Hey everybody, we are back on the Tracker Pro Team 190. Got a couple toys about a month ago. These two LOWRANCE HDS 9 units. I mounted them up on my console here. I've been looking to upgrade because it came with this one over here, which is a very cheap one. It's just a 2D scanner. I mean, it works okay, but I was looking for something for mapping and a lot of other things. So basically I'm going to just go over this from the power source to the install, and we'll do a quick tutorial video in the garage, and then hopefully get on the water and show you what underwater structure looks like. So we got a lot of sunken boats where I live. Show you that, and hopefully catch some fish with them. These are great units. I love them so far. They were definitely worth it for me. So let's just start with how I powered these things. We're going to do this in probably a bunch of different videos, maybe 3 or 4 videos. That way we keep it short. I'll probably put in as much information as I can on each video. Hopefully I cover everything. And so let's do this. Let's start with the battery. What I wanted to do with these things, I wanted these things totally separate from the boat. I did not want these things connected to the boat in any way. So they have their own power source. They're totally separate from everything. So what I did was, first thing I had to do was I had to get a battery. Alright, I added a battery here. Let me turn the lights on. I added a battery in here. You can see this. Originally right here, this was my cranking battery, and this was my the house, what they call the house battery, which control the motor, everything else is on it. They were 2 interstate batteries, so I had 2 here. I tried to take this battery and put it all the way up underneath here, but I could not do that. I mounted the tray and found out it was too big because of this vent tube right here. The cranking battery that was here is much shorter, so I decided to just take both of the interstate batteries I had and just move them forward. And I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of tight up in there, but there is another battery up in there. So anyway, that's what I did, and I decided I was just going to keep this the new battery for the HDSs here. Now, I did want to go with an interstate battery just to keep everything matched, because I'm kind of funny that way. I like to have all my stuff perfect, matching, even, whatnot, but that's just me. But unfortunately, the only place I can get an interstate battery was about an hour away from me. I could have had it shipped to my house, but there's a substantial cost in that, so I decided not to do that. However, there is a Batteries Plus up the road from me, and I got this at a Batteries Plus. It's just a mile up the road. And one thing about batteries, there's about 3 companies in the United States that make batteries. Everybody's batteries are made at the same place. Batteries are pretty much basically all the same when it comes down to it. There's not a whole lot of difference. I'm not going to go into all that, but anyway. So this is a 27 series battery. I wanted to do a 31 series because it's just a little bit better than a 27, has a little bit more amp hours on it. But it would not fit because of the length of my original tray that I have mounted in here. So I had to go with the 27. So as you can see, this is an SLI 27 MDC. Okay, so it's a deep cycle battery, marine deep cycle battery, 27 series. This thing is rated at, the way they do batteries, they're rated at amp hours. This has 105 amp hours, and it's rated at 5 amps and 105 amp hours. So basically, if I have a 5 amp draw, I have 20 hours before this battery is dead. 5 times 20 is 100 plus a little bit extra, but we'll just call it 100. So if I have a 5 amp drain on this battery is going to last me at least 20 hours before it goes dead. These HDS units over here, the way I have them right now, both of those units on that console, I also have a Sonic hub on there, but I have a switch on there to turn it off. We'll get into that later. It only draws just about a little over 2 amps, okay, for both of those units. 2 amps. So if you figure 2 amps, I mean, that's going to last me, I'm not going to be on the water 20 hours. Usually what happens is I'll be on the water from 7 in the morning, maybe till 3 or 4 in the afternoon sometimes. And when I come back, I load test these batteries. I still have, you know, 60, 65%, somewhere in there, life left on these batteries. These batteries are great. They last a long time. Interstate batteries are great. And this battery, this Duracell has been, I mean, performed great since I've had it for about a month. No issues with it yet, so I'm loving it. So yeah, plenty of power, no problem running all these 2 units with the Sonic hub and all that stuff when I want to. So let's go to the charging system real quick. Charging system, chargers I have mounted under the center seat. This one here, this is a 2-bank charger. This is for my cranking battery and my house battery. Okay, it's you can see this. It's a 4 amp each bank. Okay, it's 2-bank, 8 amp, but it's 4 amps each bank. That is for my starting battery and my cranking battery. I also have this one here is just for the HDS. This is the Gen 1 1-bank 4 amp because I'm just doing 1 battery, so all I need is 1 bank 4 amp. Now 4 amps is plenty. Anything 10 amps and under is considered a slow charge. What you want to do with batteries is the charge is taken out of a battery very slowly. You don't want to slam it back. You don't want to slam a charge back in there. You can set your charger on 20 amps and your battery will be charged in, you know, 2 hours or less than that sometimes. You can do that, but you're killing your battery. You don't want to do that. If you don't have to be back out on the water in 4 or 5 hours, slow charge your batteries. These batteries, I'll be out all day and I come back, these lights will be red. And within, I bet by 5 hours or so, 6 hours, they'll turn green. 4 amps is plenty. You don't want to put any more of a charge in there than that. So like I say, 4 amps, it works out perfect. You just plug it in. These stay plugged in 24 hours a day. They're smart chargers. They cut off when they need to. I leave these things plugged in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I've never had them off. And they charge my batteries fantastic. I love these things. Do a great job. Alright, so the power system on this thing is back to the battery. You want to run 10 gauge wire. You're going to run a 10 gauge wire off the positive and a 10 gauge wire off the negative all the way to your fuse box. Now I have, obviously, because this is all separate, I added a fuse box to it. So I ran all the wires. They come up under, they come around, come up under the dash. You can see this. This is my original fuse box that came in the boat. It's pretty maxed out because I have a lot of stuff on here. I have no more spots. So what I did, this fuse box is actually over here. So I moved it this way, and I added this fuse box. It's a Blue Sea System fuse box. Got on Amazon. It was very cheap, $32, something like that. And it has 6 spaces. So I got my 2 HDS 9s. I have my nmea, and then I have my Sonic hub, and it leaves me a couple extra spots. So that's pretty much it, and everything is wired off of that. Sonic hub is mounted down here, but I'll get on that in another video. Basically, I just wanted to keep this one short and talk about the power system, and that's how it's powered. Hopefully I covered everything. Like I say, we're going to we'll get into these units a little bit further in the next video. Maybe I'll talk about the Sonic hub install with the speakers, and we'll go from there. So alright, until the next video, any questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll answer everybody's questions.